Is this thing on? Alright, Bruchim Abayim, welcome everyone. It is Thursday night and we try to learn a little bit from the holy Reb Levi Yitzchak ben Sarasasher Miberditchev Zechuso Yogin Aleinu Al Kol Yisrael Omein and the Kedushas Levi. So we are in Parshas Vayeshev and we have a Shalsheles here. This should be L'Nishmas, a few tzaddikim that we lost recently. One was Rabbi Vaymaen Samson, and one was Rabbi Shlomo Zalman HaKohen Singer. That's from Tovia Singer's father. The learning should be is chus for their neshamas. The Levi for Rabbi Samson is tomorrow. He's a very special tzaddik, and like me, a chaplain, also with OMH, and so I have fond memories of him, when he was the chaplain at Creedmoor, and he would come daven in Young Israel, New Hyde Park, and I knew his son-in-law and his daughter. Son-in-law was a good friend of mine back then, and we still keep in touch with on the Facebook. And in the last few years, I did see Rabbi Samson at an event for my yeshiva, Derech, my alma mater. And he would send me emails with Divrei Torah, and it's a big, sad loss that Rabbi Samson's not around anymore. I always remember he would come to shul and he'd have his badge his ID badge from OMH, and now I have such a badge. So we're keeping the faith in the Office of Mental Health in New York State. So in addition to my other chaplaincy work, so. Definitely miss Rabbi Samson. So we're in Genesis chapter 39, verse 8. Vaymaen Vayomer Elishes Adonav. And Joseph, when Potiphar's wife was trying to seduce him, he desisted. And so there's a Shalsheles on there. And he said to his master's wife, how can I do such a big evil and sin before God? Before we get to what the Kedushas Levi says, the Kotzker, Zechus Aleinu, has a very interesting Torah where he says, how can I do this great evil? Now, in most English translations, this is something you lose out if you just read Bible in translation. You need to read the original language. So in the English, it would usually it says, and sin before God, and I sin before God. But actually, the chatosi is the past tense. I have sinned before God. So the Kotzker has a very colorful homily on this. He says as follows. Potiphar's wife, how is she going to seduce a saint like Joseph Tzaddik? Well, she says, Yosef, you're so perfect. You did every mitzvah except one. You didn't do the mitzvah of tshuva, of repenting. That's the one commandment you didn't do, because you never did a sin. So I have a deal for you. We'll do a sin, and then you can repent. This is a mitzvah you never did before. So Yosef Tzaddik answered her, how am I going to do such a big sin, such a big evil? All right, if I'm going to do a sin just to do tshuva, as if one was allowed to do it, which is one's not allowed to do it, and it says ein masbikim b'yadar lasas tshuva, so not enough energy for a person to repent from such a thing. It makes it very difficult to repent. When someone conducts himself in that way, that he sins with the intention of repenting. Once the sin happens, all right, you have to repent. You still have to repent, but you can't have in mind, I'm going to sin and then repent later. That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works, as they say. I don't think they say that anymore. They used to say that like 10 years ago. I don't know. So anyway, I don't even know where that's from, but I know people say it. Usually to me, because I'm usually wrong. So anyway, in any event, So what I'm going to do a sin. I'll say Tachnon on Yutes Kislev, right? It's Yutes Kislev. It's my wedding anniversary. Chav Kislev, I guess technically by the time the chuppah was already Chav. That was 2006, 18 years. Baruch Hashem, many more. Chai Yeducha V'Shavchucha. Shabbos is the wedding anniversary. So, in any event, Baruch Hashem. So in any event, as we were saying, you do a little sin like that, like saying Tachnon on Yutes Kislev or on Shabbos, Chav Kislev this year Shabbos. That's the type of sin you can repent for. What do you mean? I'm going to do one of the big three major cardinal sins? No. Especially a married woman, a capital adultery? No. So, and then he says, V'chatosi le'elokim, and I have sinned before God. So there's two ways to understand it. One, he did, he was arrogant to his brothers, whatever it was, and he had to repent from that. And certainly this whole experience helped him to repent. That's one way to read it. Or, the word chet means missing the mark. We see in the book of Judges, there's a description of some archers that they said below chet, they never missed the mark. That's what it means, chet. That's what sin means, missing the mark. And so therefore, there's always what to repent for. You can repent even for your good deeds. You can make tshuva on the mitzvahs. Rabbi Fishbeg's Gesund sein, Shafu Shlema, he likes to say this over from the Kotzker. So anyway, it should be a schus for Shafu Shlema that we're learning this. So anyway, Badal Chaim told him. Let's see what the Kedushas Levi has to say. Hatam al Vaymaen Shalsheles. Why is there this musical cancellation note that is called the Shalsheles, the chain above the word Vaymaen, and he desisted. Shalsheles who haramas kol ka'adam asher memayis b'davar umarim kol b'ma'os hadavar ahu. Well, the way that we pronounce it, right, is Vaymaen. It's like, no, it's a person, he's raising his voice and he's saying he's so disgusted by such a thing, and so he's raising his voice, exclaiming how disgusted he is by this thing. Oh, Yavar Shalsheles Lashon Shlosha. Another explanation of the Shalsheles is that it has a word like Shlosha, 3. Ayin Zoyer, Parshas Vayikra Daf Yud Amud Beis. So the Zohar in Leviticus says on page 10b, Yud is Karsha Begimel Ksharin, that the Yud, the letter Y or J or I, which is the smallest letter in the Hebrew language, the Hebrew alphabet, is connected with 3 knots, 3 connections. V'dahu Yud plus Ksharin, Baldas Shlosha Ikre Ayin Sham. And so the Yud, the letter Y, that little small letter, has these 3 connecting knots, and Valda Shalsheles, and that's why it's called the Shalsheles. The not only this musical note, the Shalsheles, but the chain. And the chain, is usually made of like 3 or more, links are together. It's not, I wouldn't call it a chain with just 2 links, but when there's already 3 links in a chain, there's a deer. So Ayin Sham, see there. Ayin Sham. With Ayin. V'gam yesh lo gimel dargos. Also has 3 levels. V'ksivos hatam baramas kol, with how you write the note, has 3 zigzags, and also when you pronounce you sing the Shalsheles, it's Vaymaen. It's 3 notes. That means that the merit of the 3 ancestors, the 3 patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that's what is represented by the 3. And that's why he was able to desist. We'll do one more, because we should do at least 3, even though there's more. Shalsheles, another explanation of the chain, the Shalsheles. Kol Yisrael mechunim b'shem Yosef. All Jews are called Joseph. Kenemar b'micha. As it says Micha, but it's actually Amos. It says in the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 15, Ulai yichanan Hashem eris Yosef. Perhaps the Lord will have grace upon the remnant of Joseph. Ayin Rashi Isham. Kol Yisrael mechunim b'shem Yosef. That Rashi there explains that all Jews are called Joseph. I'll just let this guy pass because he's... And Kol Yisrael mechunim b'shem Yosef. Yisrael heim shlosha kohanim Levim Yisrael. And there's 3 levels of the Israelites. There's the priests, the Levites, and the Israelites. The 3 types of Jews. V'nizker Yosef is so Joseph remembered this. Shekol Yisrael yikru b'shmoi. That in the future all the Jewish people in the Bible would be called by his name. That's a tremendous responsibility. Lefichach Vaymaen, and therefore he was able to desist the advances of Potiphar's wife and be Yosef Hasidic. All right, thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment. This should be a schus for all of our friends that we learn Torah together. Even if we don't live up to all the things that are here, the fact that we have such goals and that we would like to be better and we would like to conduct ourselves with holiness, that itself is a merit. And that we're learning Torah that discusses these things, even if it makes us uncomfortable, that feeling of being uncomfortable learning such things also is a merit. That we should be able to be better and be holier and to live in accordance with the Torah and in accordance with the laws of holiness and modesty. And in this merit, all of our friends, whoever needs parnasa, whoever needs prosperity, should have blessings of prosperity. Whoever needs a shidduch, whoever needs to get married, especially it's my wedding anniversary, I wish a bracha that you should get married. Whoever doesn't have children should be blessed with children. And whoever needs a refuah shlema should have refuah shlema. Whoever needs healing and health should be blessed with healing and health. And we should all be worthy to see all the blessings in the Torah. And then, as we said, we wish comfort to the mourners, to the Samson and Moskowitz family on the loss of Rabbi Samson, to Rabbi Tuvia Singer, who's sitting Shiva for his beloved father, who was a Choshev, Rosh Yeshiva, a Marbitz Torah, Shlomo Zalman, a singer in New Jersey, opened yeshivas, and the Eibush shall helfen that we should all be zeicha, that we should all, God should help that we should all be worthy to all kinds of good blessings, and we should have a good Shabbos and a good year. And next week is Hanukkah. We should have a happy Hanukkah. All right, thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment. If you have anything that you'd like to add, in the comments, you'd like me to make a video about, you can comment that. I want this guy to pass too. It's a passing place. It's going to be on the... All right. How do I turn this thing off? All right. It's long enough, right?